Calm is power. Silence the noise. Control your mind. Own your life. Written and published by Inspire Audiobook. Introduction. The strength in stillness. In a world that glorifies hustle, noise, and constant action, calmness is often mistaken for weakness. People associate power with aggression, loudness, and dominance. Yet the most influential individuals in history have mastered the art of staying composed under pressure. True power doesn't come from reacting, it comes from controlling your response. Calmness is not about being passive or indifferent. It's about having complete control over your emotions, thoughts, and actions. When you are calm, you think clearly, make better decisions, and radiate confidence. Those who cannot stay composed often fall into impulsive reactions, leading to mistakes, regrets, and lost opportunities. Science supports this. Studies show that a calm mind enhances problem-solving abilities, improves focus, and reduces stress. The ability to silence the noise, both external and internal, gives you an undeniable advantage in life. This book will teach you how to harness calm as a superpower, how to stay unshaken in the face of adversity, silence unnecessary distractions, and take full control of your mind. By the end of this journey, you will understand that calm is not just peace, it is power, and once you master it, you will own your life like never before. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Understanding calmness. What it really means in a fast-paced world where everyone is in a rush to succeed, achieve, and prove themselves. Calmness is often misunderstood. Many people believe that being calm means being passive, indifferent, or weak. However, the truth is quite the opposite. Calmness is not about inaction, it is about control. It is the ability to remain composed, rational, and focused even in the face of pressure, chaos, or uncertainty. When you master calmness, you gain an inner power that allows you to navigate life with clarity and confidence, making better decisions and maintaining emotional stability. True calmness is not just the absence of stress or anger. It is a state of mind that allows you to stay balanced regardless of external circumstances. It means that no matter what is happening around you, whether it's an argument, a crisis, or an unexpected challenge, you do not allow the situation to dictate your emotions. Instead, you take charge of how you respond. Many of the most powerful and successful people in history, leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries, have one thing in common: they remain calm under pressure. This ability sets them apart, because in moments of tension, the person who stays calm is the one who holds the most influence. One of the most overlooked benefits of calmness is the ability to think clearly. When emotions take over, rational thinking becomes difficult. Anger, frustration, or panic clouds judgment, leading to poor decisions. On the other hand, when you remain calm, your mind stays sharp. You can assess situations objectively, weigh your options, and make the best possible choice. Think about the greatest leaders in history, figures like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, or Warren Buffett. Their power did not come from reacting impulsively, but from their ability to remain composed, even in the most challenging situations. This level of self-mastery is what separates those who control their lives from those who are controlled by their emotions. Calmness is also a sign of confidence. People who panic or overreact often lack self-assurance because they feel the need to prove themselves through aggression or loudness. On the contrary, those who are truly confident do not feel the need to react emotionally to every situation. They know their worth, they trust their abilities, and they understand that being in control of their emotions gives them power over any circumstance. When you stay calm, you project an image of strength. Others see you as reliable, capable and in control, which naturally earns you respect and influence. Another key aspect of calmness is the ability to handle uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how much we plan, things will not always go our way. Unexpected challenges, failures, and disappointments are inevitable. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle lies in how they react to these obstacles. Those who remain calm can adapt, find solutions, and move forward. They do not let stress consume them or make them feel defeated. Instead, they focus on what they can control and let go of what they cannot. This mindset shift allows them to stay strong and keep progressing, even in difficult times. Calmness also plays a crucial role in relationships. Many conflicts, whether personal or professional, escalate simply because people react emotionally rather than responding thoughtfully. Arguments are often fueled by anger, impatience, or frustration, leading to misunderstandings and unnecessary tension. However, when you stay calm, you become a better listener, a more effective communicator, and a person others feel comfortable around. You can approach conversations with logic rather than emotion, finding solutions instead of fueling conflicts. This ability strengthens relationships and builds trust, making people naturally drawn to you. One of the biggest obstacles to calmness is the constant noise in today's world. Social media, news, endless notifications, and the pressure to always be doing something create a mental overload that prevents many people from feeling at peace. The modern world conditions us to always be reacting, whether it's to emails, messages, or opinions, but this endless cycle of reactivity takes away our control. To cultivate calmness, it is essential to create space for stillness. This could mean taking time for silence, practicing mindfulness, or simply stepping away from distractions when needed. A calm mind is a powerful mind, and the less external noise you allow into your life, the more control you have over your inner state. At its core, calmness is a skill, and like any skill, it can be developed with practice. It begins with self-awareness, recognizing when emotions are taking over and making a conscious effort to pause before reacting. It involves training your mind to slow down, analyze situations rationally, and respond with intention rather than impulse. With time, calmness becomes a natural part of your personality, allowing you to handle challenges with ease, make better decisions, and build a life of stability and confidence. In the end, calm is not a weakness, it is one of the greatest strengths you can develop. It gives you control over your mind, your emotions, and your life. While others waste energy on stress, anxiety, and emotional outbursts, you will be the one who remains steady, focused, and powerful. The world will always be noisy, chaotic, and full of distractions, but when you learn to silence the noise within yourself, you unlock a power that few ever achieve. Calm is power. The more you embrace it, the more you will own your life. Chapter 2: The Science of Calm. Why it gives you an edge in our modern world. Stress, anxiety, and constant reactivity have become the norm. People rush from one task to another, overwhelmed by deadlines, responsibilities, and the pressure to keep up. In this chaotic environment, staying calm is often seen as an unattainable luxury rather than a necessity. However, scientific research has proven that calmness is more than just a state of mind. It is a powerful advantage that affects every aspect of life, from mental clarity and emotional stability to physical health and decision-making. Understanding the science behind calmness helps us realize why it is one of the most valuable traits we can develop. When we experience stress, our bodies activate the fight-or-flight response, a survival mechanism hardwired into our nervous system. This response evolved to help early humans survive threats in the wild, such as escaping predators or facing physical dangers. The brain releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, increasing heart rate, sharpening focus, and preparing the body for immediate action. While this response was beneficial for short-term survival, it becomes problematic when triggered constantly in modern life. Today, stress is rarely caused by life-threatening dangers. Instead, it comes from work pressure, social expectations, financial struggles, and personal conflicts. Yet our bodies react as if we are in a life-or-death situation. When we are in a prolonged state of stress, our minds become clouded, our bodies feel fatigued, and our ability to think clearly diminishes. High cortisol levels affect the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for rational thinking, problem-solving, and decision-making. As a result, people under stress tend to make impulsive decisions, react emotionally, and struggle to maintain focus. On the other hand, calmness allows the brain to function at its highest level. A calm mind processes information more efficiently, making it easier to analyze situations, consider multiple perspectives, and make better choices. This is why successful leaders, top athletes, and high achievers cultivate the ability to stay calm under pressure, because they understand that emotional control leads to better outcomes. Beyond mental clarity, calmness has profound effects on physical health. Studies show that chronic stress weakens the immune system, making the body more vulnerable to illness and disease. People who constantly experience stress are at a higher risk of conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, and insomnia. In contrast, practicing calmness reduces stress hormone levels, improves cardiovascular health, and strengthens the immune system. Meditation, deep breathing, and mindfulness, practices that promote calmness, have been scientifically proven to lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and increase longevity. This means that staying calm doesn't just make life more manageable, it literally extends life expectancy and enhances overall well-being. Calmness also plays a crucial role in emotional intelligence, which is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage emotions, both in yourself and in others. People who are easily overwhelmed by emotions often struggle to maintain relationships, handle criticism, or resolve conflicts effectively. When emotions take control, reactions become irrational, leading to unnecessary arguments, misunderstandings, and regretful decisions. However, individuals who remain calm under pressure are better at managing their own emotions and understanding those of others. They can respond rather than react, listen with patience, and communicate with clarity. This skill is essential not only in personal relationships, but also in professional settings, where the ability to handle difficult situations with composure can determine success or failure. One of the most fascinating aspects of calmness is its effect on creativity and innovation. The mind functions best when it is relaxed, which is why many of the greatest ideas and breakthroughs occur when people are in a state of calm. Neuroscience research has found that during relaxation, the brain shifts into alpha wave activity, a state associated with creativity, problem-solving, and deep thinking. This is why many artists, writers, and entrepreneurs emphasize the importance of creating mental space for calmness. When the mind is overwhelmed with stress, it becomes fixated on immediate problems, blocking creative solutions. But when calm, the brain operates more fluidly, making it easier to see connections, explore new possibilities, and develop innovative ideas. Another key benefit of calmness is resilience. the ability to recover from setbacks and adapt to challenges. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. People who allow stress to consume them often struggle to bounce back from failure, becoming discouraged and losing motivation. However, those who cultivate calmness approach difficulties with a different mindset. They do not let negative emotions dictate their actions. Instead, they focus on what they can control, learn from mistakes, and move forward with clarity. This ability to stay composed during adversity is what separates successful individuals from those who give up too soon. Calmness also enhances productivity and focus. In a world filled with distractions, constant notifications, social media, emails, and endless demands, many people struggle to concentrate for extended periods. The brain becomes overstimulated, making it difficult to stay focused on important tasks. However, calmness counteracts this by allowing the mind to operate in a state of deep focus, also known as flow. This is the mental state in which individuals become fully immersed in what they are doing, leading to higher efficiency and better performance. Athletes describe it as being in the zone, musicians experience it during intense performances, and professionals achieve it when working on complex projects without distractions. When calm, the mind enters this optimal state more easily, enabling greater productivity and achievement. Despite the clear advantages of calmness, many people struggle to achieve it because they live in a constant state of reaction. The modern world conditions us to always be responding, whether to notifications, emails, or external pressures, creating a habit of reactivity rather than intentional action. To break free from this cycle, it is essential to train the mind to pause before reacting. This is where mindfulness and self-awareness come into play. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, observing thoughts and emotions without immediate reaction. By practicing mindfulness daily, individuals learn to recognize stress triggers, control emotional responses, and shift into a state of calmness more easily. One simple yet powerful technique to cultivate calmness is deep breathing. When stressed, people tend to breathe shallowly, which signals the brain to stay in fight or flight mode. However, slow, deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes relaxation and reduces stress. A well-known technique is the 4-7-8 breathing method, inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8. This method instantly slows the heart rate, calms the nervous system, and restores balance. Practicing this regularly trains the body to enter a state of calmness more easily, even in stressful situations. Another powerful strategy is reframing perspective. Often stress arises from perception rather than reality. Two people can experience the same event, yet one remains calm while the other panics. The difference lies in how they interpret the situation. By shifting focus from what is uncontrollable to what can be controlled, stress is significantly reduced. Instead of seeing challenges as threats, viewing them as opportunities for growth changes the emotional response, making it easier to stay composed. Finally, creating a calm environment is essential for maintaining inner peace. The spaces we occupy, our homes, workplaces, and surroundings, have a profound impact on mental state. Clutter, noise, and overstimulation contribute to stress, while clean, organized, and peaceful environments promote relaxation. Simple changes, such as reducing unnecessary distractions, incorporating calming elements like plants or soft lighting, and dedicating time to quiet reflection, can enhance the ability to remain calm. In the end, calmness is not just a personality trait, it is a skill that can be developed. By understanding the science behind it and implementing practical techniques, Anyone can cultivate a calm and powerful mind. The benefits extend to every area of life, from improved health and stronger relationships to enhanced focus and greater success. Those who master calmness gain an unshakable advantage in a world that is constantly trying to provoke reaction. While others are consumed by stress and chaos, those who remain calm rise above, making better decisions, seizing more opportunities, and ultimately living a life of control, confidence, and power. Calm is power, and those who master it hold the key to limitless success. Chapter 3. The Power of Emotional Control. Mastering your emotions are one of the most powerful forces that drive human behavior. They influence our decisions, shape our interactions, and determine our overall state of mind. Yet for many people, emotions are also the greatest source of struggle. Anger, frustration, anxiety, and impulsiveness often lead to poor choices, damaged relationships, and unnecessary stress. The inability to control emotions can make life feel chaotic, as reactions become dictated by circumstances rather than by conscious thought. However, true power lies in the ability to master emotions rather than be controlled by them. When you learn to regulate your emotional responses, you gain an extraordinary advantage in every aspect of life: your career, relationships, mental well-being, and personal growth. Emotional control is not about suppressing feelings or pretending they do not exist. Rather, it is about understanding them, managing them effectively, and responding in a way that aligns with your goals and values. At its core, emotional control begins with awareness. Many people go through life reacting to situations without fully understanding why they feel the way they do. Their emotions seem automatic, triggered by external events, and they believe they have no control over them. But the truth is that emotions are not created by external situations. They are created by our thoughts and interpretations of those situations. The same event can cause different emotional reactions in different people based on their mindset, past experiences, and beliefs. For example, one person might view criticism as an attack and respond with anger, while another might see it as an opportunity to improve and remain calm. This difference comes from perspective, and perspective can be changed. One of the most effective ways to develop emotional control is to pause before reacting. When something triggers an emotional response, whether it's an insult, a stressful situation, or a sudden disappointment, our instinct is to react immediately. This immediate reaction is often driven by emotion rather than rational thought, leading to impulsive decisions that we later regret. However, when you train yourself to pause, take a deep breath, and assess the situation logically, you regain control. This small moment of reflection allows you to choose your response rather than be ruled by emotion. It is a simple practice, yet it has the power to transform how you handle challenges. Another key element of emotional control is self-talk. The way we talk to ourselves in moments of stress or frustration shapes how we respond. Negative self-talk, such as "this is terrible" or "I can't handle this," amplifies emotional distress, making us feel even more out of control. On the other hand, positive and rational self-talk, such as "I can handle this calmly" or "this is just a challenge, not a disaster," helps in maintaining composure. By becoming aware of your internal dialogue and replacing negative thoughts with constructive ones, you take charge of your emotional state. Emotional control also requires an understanding of triggers, the specific situations, words, or behaviors that cause strong emotional reactions. Everyone has triggers, and they often stem from past experiences, insecurities, or deep-seated beliefs. For example, someone who struggled with rejection in the past might overreact to minor criticism, while someone who values respect highly might get easily offended by a perceived slight. Recognizing your triggers is crucial because it allows you to anticipate your emotional responses and prepare for them. Instead of being caught off guard, you can remind yourself in advance to stay calm and respond with logic rather than emotion. Practicing emotional detachment is another powerful tool in emotional mastery. Detachment does not mean apathy or lack of care. It means stepping back from situations and viewing them with objectivity. When we are too emotionally attached to outcomes, we become reactive. If things go our way, we feel happy. If they don't, we feel frustrated or defeated. This external dependence on circumstances for emotional stability creates unnecessary stress. By learning to detach from the need to control everything, we develop a calmer, more balanced approach to life. A useful technique is to ask yourself, will this matter in a year, or is this worth my peace? More often than not, the answer is no. Realizing this can instantly shift your perspective and reduce emotional turmoil. Another essential aspect of emotional control is learning how to handle criticism and negativity. In life, you will inevitably face criticism, whether constructive or not. Many people struggle with handling criticism because they take it personally, allowing it to trigger insecurity or defensiveness. However, criticism is simply feedback, and it only has power over you if you let it. Instead of reacting emotionally, train yourself to listen objectively. If the criticism is valid, use it as an opportunity to grow. If it is unfair or irrelevant, let it go without letting it affect your emotions. The ability to stay calm in the face of negativity gives you immense power because it prevents others from controlling your emotional state. Emotional control also plays a crucial role in conflict resolution. Many conflicts escalate because people react emotionally rather than communicating effectively. Anger leads to aggressive responses, frustration results in defensiveness, and misunderstandings fuel resentment. However, when you remain calm, you gain the ability to diffuse tension and handle conflicts maturely. Instead of reacting, listen actively, respond thoughtfully, and focus on solutions rather than blame. This approach not only helps resolve conflicts more effectively, but also earns you respect and credibility in personal and professional relationships. Mindfulness is another powerful practice for emotional mastery. Being mindful means being fully present in the moment, rather than being consumed by worries about the past or future. Many emotional struggles come from overthinking, regretting past mistakes, fearing future uncertainties, or replaying negative experiences in our minds. This constant mental chatter creates emotional instability. However, when you train yourself to focus on the present, you reduce unnecessary emotional distress. Simple mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing, meditation, or simply paying attention to your surroundings, can help you stay grounded and emotionally centered. Physical well-being also plays a significant role in emotional control. Many people underestimate the connection between physical health and emotional stability. Poor sleep, unhealthy eating habits, and lack of exercise contribute to mood swings, irritability, and emotional instability. When your body is well rested and nourished, your mind is more resilient, making it easier to stay calm in challenging situations. Regular exercise, especially activities like yoga or deep breathing exercises, can significantly enhance emotional balance by reducing stress hormones and increasing feelings of relaxation and control. Another powerful strategy for emotional control is setting clear boundaries. Many emotional struggles arise from feeling overwhelmed, drained, or manipulated by others. When you lack boundaries, people can take advantage of your time, energy, and emotions, leaving you feeling exhausted and frustrated. Learning to say no, protecting your personal space, and surrounding yourself with positive influences are essential steps in maintaining emotional stability. Boundaries are not about being distant or unkind. They are about prioritizing your mental well-being. The more control you have over your environment, the easier it becomes to manage your emotions. Finally, emotional control is a lifelong journey. It is not about achieving a state of complete emotional detachment, nor is it about never feeling strong emotions. It is about developing the ability to regulate emotions, respond rather than react, and maintain inner peace regardless of circumstances. The more you practice emotional mastery, the more resilient and confident you become. Instead of being a victim of emotions, you become the master of them. This shift in mindset transforms every aspect of life, from how you handle stress to how you interact with others and pursue your goals. At its core, emotional control is about reclaiming your power. When you control your emotions, you control your life. You make decisions based on logic rather than impulse. You handle conflicts with maturity, and you navigate challenges with confidence. You become unshaken by external circumstances because you understand that true power comes from within. In a world that constantly tests your patience, challenges your stability, and provokes reactions, the greatest strength you can develop is the ability to stay calm, composed, and in control. And once you master this, you will realize that calm is not just a state of mind, it is the ultimate power. Chapter 4: Mastering Emotional Control. How to stay calm under pressure. Life is full of challenges, uncertainties, and moments of extreme pressure. Whether it's a difficult conversation, an unexpected setback, or a high-stakes situation, the ability to remain calm is what separates those who thrive from those who crumble. Emotional control is not about suppressing your feelings, it's about managing them effectively. When you master emotional control, you take command of your reactions, maintain clarity in stressful situations, and navigate life with confidence and resilience. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with emotional control is that they allow external events to dictate their internal state. When something goes wrong, they react impulsively, getting angry, anxious, or frustrated. However, true power comes from recognizing that you have control over your reactions, no matter the circumstances. Think about a time when you overreacted to a situation and later regretted it. Perhaps you said something in anger or made a decision based on fear. In hindsight, you probably realized that had you remained calm, the outcome could have been different. This is why emotional control is crucial. It allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. A calm mind is a strong mind, and it starts with awareness. Most people go through life reacting automatically to situations without even realizing it. They get irritated when someone cuts them off in traffic, frustrated when a colleague disagrees with them, or stressed when things don't go as planned. These reactions happen on autopilot because they have not trained their minds to pause and assess the situation. The first step to mastering emotional control is developing self-awareness, recognizing your emotional triggers, and learning to pause before reacting. Instead of instantly responding to an event, take a moment to observe how you feel. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Am I seeing the situation clearly? What is the best response in this moment? Another key factor in emotional control is perspective. Many situations that cause stress or frustration seem much bigger in the moment than they really are. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, you realize that most problems are temporary. Consider the things that stressed you out 5 years ago. Do they still matter today? Probably not. This is why learning to shift your perspective is so powerful. When faced with a challenge, remind yourself that this moment will pass. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, focus on what you can learn from it. Every difficulty carries a lesson, and those who stay calm under pressure are the ones who can extract wisdom from adversity. Breathing is one of the simplest yet most effective tools for emotional control. When emotions run high, your body reacts physically, your heart rate increases, your muscles tense up, and your breathing becomes shallow. This physical response fuels emotional intensity, making it harder to think clearly. However, by controlling your breath, you can instantly calm your nervous system. The next time you feel overwhelmed, take a few deep breaths. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. This technique, known as box breathing, signals to your brain that you are safe, reducing stress and bringing clarity to your mind. In addition to breathing techniques, practicing mindfulness helps build long-term emotional control. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, without judgment. When you are mindful, you become an observer of your thoughts and emotions, rather than being controlled by them. Instead of reacting to every situation impulsively, you create space between the event and your response. Meditation is a powerful tool to develop mindfulness. Spending just 10 minutes a day in meditation can help you build awareness, strengthen emotional resilience, and train your mind to remain calm in any situation. One of the greatest challenges to emotional control is dealing with difficult people. There will always be individuals who test your patience, whether it's a rude coworker, a demanding boss, or a toxic family member. The key is to remember that you cannot control other people's behavior, but you can control how you respond. When someone tries to provoke you, take a deep breath and remind yourself that their actions are a reflection of them, not you. Do not allow someone else's negativity to dictate your mood. Instead, respond with composure. When you remain calm, you take away their power to affect you. Over time, you will find that difficult people lose their influence over your emotions because you have mastered the art of emotional detachment. Another crucial aspect of emotional control is learning to let go of what you cannot change. Many people waste energy worrying about things beyond their control, what others think of them, past mistakes, or uncertain futures. This creates unnecessary stress and anxiety. Instead, focus on what is within your power. You cannot change the past, but you can learn from it. You cannot control how others behave, but you can control how you respond. You cannot predict the future, but you can prepare for it. The moment you shift your focus to what you can control, you free yourself from the burden of unnecessary emotional turmoil. Developing emotional control also requires mastering self-talk. Your internal dialogue shapes your emotions more than you realize. If you constantly tell yourself, "I can't handle this," or "this is too much for me," your brain will believe it, and your emotions will follow. However, if you replace those thoughts with empowering ones like, "I am in control of my reactions," or "I have the strength to handle this," you will feel more composed and confident. Self-talk is a powerful tool in shaping your emotional state, so be mindful of the words you tell yourself. Resilience plays a major role in staying calm under pressure. Resilient people do not allow setbacks to break them. Instead, they see challenges as opportunities to grow. When something doesn't go as planned, instead of feeling defeated, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" This mindset shift allows you to approach difficulties with curiosity rather than frustration. Resilience is built through experience. The more challenges you overcome, the stronger you become. Every time you face adversity with composure, you reinforce your ability to stay calm in the future. Practicing gratitude is another powerful way to enhance emotional control. When faced with stress or negativity, it's easy to focus on what's wrong. However, gratitude shifts your perspective. When you intentionally focus on what you appreciate, it becomes harder to dwell on frustration or anxiety. Start a habit of listing 3 things you're grateful for each day. Simple practice rewires your brain to focus on the positive, making it easier to stay calm in stressful situations. Finally, mastering emotional control is a lifelong journey. No one is perfect, and there will be moments when you feel overwhelmed. The key is to be patient with yourself. Every time you choose calmness over chaos, you are strengthening your emotional resilience. Over time, staying calm under pressure becomes second nature. People will notice your composure, admire your ability to handle stress, and respect you for your self-mastery. At the heart of it all, emotional control is about reclaiming your power. The world is full of distractions, pressures, and challenges, but when you learn to remain calm in the face of it all, you become unstoppable. Calmness is not about avoiding emotions, it's about owning them. It is about stepping into every situation with confidence, knowing that no matter what happens, you have control over your mind. The person who masters emotional control masters life itself. And once you realize this, nothing can shake you. Chapter 5. The Power of Silence. Learning when to speak and when to listen. In a world where everyone is trying to be heard, silence has become an underrated and often misunderstood tool. The belief that speaking frequently or loudly equates to authority or influence is widespread, yet it couldn't be further from the truth. True power lies not in the volume of your voice, but in the wisdom of knowing when to speak, and just as importantly, when to remain silent. In the art of calmness and control, silence is an essential component, not only for preserving your mental and emotional peace, but also for cultivating influence and leadership. Understanding the power of silence can transform your personal and professional life, helping you navigate conversations, conflicts, and challenges with greater purpose and impact. Silence is often considered an absence of sound or expression, but it is much more profound than that. When practiced with intention, silence becomes a powerful force in communication. The noise of constant chatter, whether it's coming from the outside world or from within our own minds, can cloud judgment, hinder effective communication, and drain our energy. In contrast, the ability to embrace silence allows you to step back from the chaos, collect your thoughts, and respond with clarity and precision. Rather than being caught in the rush of saying something, silence gives you the space to think, observe, and choose your words thoughtfully. It allows you to have a sense of control over your emotions and reactions, especially in difficult or emotionally charged situations. In a world where everyone seems eager to voice their opinions, those who can pause, reflect, and listen are the ones who often wield the most power. When you are silent, you become a more attentive listener. Listening is an active process that requires patience, focus, and empathy. In many conversations, people are more focused on formulating their response than they are on truly listening to the other person. As a result, they miss key details, fail to understand the emotions behind the words, and ultimately contribute to communication breakdowns. Listening, on the other hand, opens up opportunities for deeper understanding and connection. When you choose silence and listen attentively, you not only gather information, but also show respect and validation to the speaker. This not only strengthens relationships, but also enhances your credibility, as people appreciate those who take the time to listen and understand. The power of silence in communication extends beyond personal interactions. In professional and leadership settings, knowing when to speak and when to remain quiet can significantly influence your success. Leaders who speak too much or too often can appear insecure or overly controlling. In contrast, leaders who embrace silence are seen as confident and composed, not needing to constantly fill the air with words. Silence in leadership can be a strategic tool that fosters trust and respect, allowing team members to contribute ideas and take ownership of decisions. It gives others the space to express themselves and fosters a culture of collaboration where each voice is heard and valued. By speaking less and listening more, you can gain insights into your team's needs, challenges, and ideas, positioning yourself as a leader who values input and fosters a sense of shared purpose. Furthermore, silence allows for more powerful and impactful communication when you do speak. In a world where people are bombarded with information constantly, the messages that stand out are those that are deliberate, meaningful, and concise. When you choose your words carefully and speak with purpose, your message resonates more deeply with your audience. People are more likely to listen to you when they feel that you are speaking intentionally and not just filling the space with words for the sake of it. Silence can enhance the weight and impact of your words, making them more significant and memorable. The strategic use of silence in a conversation or presentation can create a sense of anticipation, allowing your words to have a greater emotional impact. Pauses between sentences or ideas can help your audience process what you've said and encourage reflection, making your message more thought-provoking and impactful. Another critical aspect of silence is its role in conflict resolution. Disputes and disagreements are often fueled by reactive emotions, and in such situations, speaking without thinking can escalate tensions rather than resolve them. When emotions run high, the natural instinct is to respond immediately, but this usually leads to miscommunication and further conflict. Choosing to remain silent in such moments is a powerful way to diffuse a volatile situation. Silence gives you the space to regulate your emotions and prevent yourself from saying something in the heat of the moment that you may regret later. It allows you to pause, assess the situation, and choose a more measured and thoughtful response. In doing so, you not only prevent unnecessary escalation, but also demonstrate emotional intelligence and maturity, qualities that inspire respect and admiration from others. Silence is also deeply connected to emotional regulation. When we are emotionally overwhelmed, we often feel the urge to speak out, to vent, or to express our frustration. However, speaking impulsively in these moments can often make us feel worse or lead to actions we later regret. Silence, on the other hand, allows us to regain control over our emotions. It gives us time to reflect on what we are feeling, why we are feeling it, and how we can express ourselves more constructively. By taking a step back and embracing silence, we give ourselves the opportunity to process our emotions, reducing the likelihood of making decisions driven by temporary feelings. In this way, silence becomes a tool for emotional mastery, helping us maintain calm and clarity even in the most difficult circumstances. In addition to emotional regulation, silence also supports mental clarity. Our minds are constantly bombarded by thoughts, worries, and distractions. These mental noises can cloud our judgment and prevent us from seeing things clearly. Silence, both externally and internally, allows us to quiet the mind and access a state of calm awareness. When we are quiet and still, we are better able to tune into our inner wisdom and intuition. This clarity of thought allows us to make decisions that are aligned with our values and goals, rather than being swayed by outside influences or knee-jerk reactions. By incorporating moments of silence into our daily lives, whether through meditation, deep breathing, or simply taking time to pause and reflect, we can clear mental clutter and create the mental space needed for focused thinking and problem-solving. The importance of silence extends beyond individual interactions to the broader societal context. In a world where constant noise and distractions are the norm, the ability to embrace silence is becoming an increasingly rare and valuable skill. With the rise of social media, news cycles, and the pressure to stay constantly connected, people are constantly surrounded by noise. This constant stimulation can lead to burnout, stress, and a lack of focus. Embracing silence offers a reprieve from this constant barrage of information, providing a mental reset and an opportunity to reconnect with what truly matters. Silence is not an escape from the world, rather it is a way to engage with it more deeply, to approach it with clarity and purpose. In a culture that prizes noise, the ability to remain silent and still becomes an act of rebellion, an assertion of control over one's life and mind. In conclusion, silence is not the absence of communication or the absence of action. It is a powerful tool for self-mastery, emotional regulation, and effective leadership. By learning when to speak and when to remain silent, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and others, foster stronger relationships, and create a sense of peace and clarity in our lives. Silence allows us to pause, reflect, and choose our responses with intention, ensuring that our words and actions align with our goals and values. In a noisy world, silence is a revolutionary act, one that gives us the power to reclaim our peace, influence, and ultimately our lives. When we learn the art of silence, we unlock a form of power that is both rare and invaluable, an inner strength that allows us to navigate life with purpose, clarity, and calm. Chapter 6. Detachment. The key to staying calm under pressure. Detachment is one of the most important and powerful concepts when it comes to maintaining calm under pressure. The ability to detach yourself from your emotions, from the situations unfolding around you, and even from the outcomes of your actions, is a skill that separates those who thrive under pressure from those who crumble. It may sound counterintuitive at first. How can detachment, a sense of emotional distance, be the key to success and calmness? Doesn't success require passion, commitment, and emotional investment? In reality, detachment is not about removing passion or commitment. Rather, it's about controlling your emotions and separating your personal well-being from the external circumstances in your life. By mastering detachment, you allow yourself the freedom to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively, which is the foundation of true calm. The first step in understanding detachment is to realize that attachment to outcomes is one of the primary reasons we experience stress and anxiety. Every time we set a goal, take an action, or make a decision, there's a natural tendency to hope for a specific outcome. And while it's completely natural to want things to go a certain way, attachment to specific outcomes often leads to disappointment, frustration, and stress. You may pour all of your energy into a project, a relationship, or a business venture, and if things don't go as planned, you may feel as though you've failed or been rejected. This attachment creates a deep emotional connection to what you can't control, and when reality doesn't align with your expectations, the emotional fallout can be severe. To detach is not to become indifferent or unmotivated, but to acknowledge that you can't control everything. In fact, it's the recognition that you can only control your actions, not the outcomes. By focusing on the process and giving your best effort without being overly concerned with the result, you can release the emotional grip that outcomes have on you. When you practice detachment, you free yourself from the weight of constant worry about the future, and you can remain calm and focused in the present moment. You understand that success is a series of small steps that may not always lead directly to the desired result, but each step is still valuable. Let's consider a professional example. Imagine you're working on a project at work, and you've invested significant time and effort into it. You may have high hopes for a positive outcome, whether that's a promotion, recognition, or a successful result for the company. However, the reality is that no matter how hard you work, there are countless variables at play. Maybe your boss has a different vision, or the project is delayed due to circumstances beyond your control. If you're overly attached to the outcome, you might find yourself filled with frustration, anger, or resentment. You might start doubting your abilities or feeling defeated. However, if you practice detachment, you can see the situation for what it is, a learning experience. You can still give your best effort, but you do not define your self-worth based on a particular result. Instead of becoming anxious about what will happen, you remain present, take responsibility for what you can control, and let go of the rest. The result may not be what you expected, but your emotional state remains steady, and you retain a sense of peace and power. Detachment is especially powerful in relationships. One of the most common sources of conflict in any relationship is the expectation that the other person will behave in a certain way or fulfill certain emotional needs. Whether it's a romantic partner, a friend, or a colleague, when you attach your happiness to how others treat you or how they behave, you set yourself up for disappointment. People are unpredictable, and no matter how much you love someone or care about a relationship, you cannot control their actions. When you let go of expectations and practice emotional detachment, you stop relying on others to determine your happiness. This doesn't mean you don't care about others or that you don't value your relationships. It simply means that you are no longer emotionally dependent on them for validation or approval. You are able to show up as your best self, but without the constant need for others to act in a certain way. For instance, consider a romantic relationship where one partner expects the other to always prioritize their needs, communicate in a specific way, or fulfill certain emotional needs. If this partner's behavior doesn't meet the expectations of the other, conflict can arise. However, when you practice detachment, you understand that each individual is responsible for their own emotions. Instead of attaching your emotional well-being to the actions of your partner, you focus on maintaining your own emotional balance, recognizing that love, respect, and mutual care come without demanding specific behaviors. The same principle applies in friendships or professional relationships. When you detach from the need for constant validation, you experience deeper connection, less conflict, and greater peace. Detachment also plays a crucial role in managing negative emotions. When something upsetting happens, whether it's a personal failure, a disagreement, or an external crisis, it's easy to get swept up in the emotional tide. We often feel compelled to react immediately, but emotional reactions can cloud our judgment and escalate situations. By practicing detachment, you take a step back from the emotion, allowing yourself to pause and reflect before acting. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. It means observing your emotions without immediately identifying with them. When you detach from the immediate impulse to react, you create space for a more measured, thoughtful response. For example, if someone criticizes you harshly or disrespects you, your first instinct might be to retaliate, defend yourself, or argue back. However, if you detach from the emotion of the moment and take a few deep breaths, you may find that your initial emotional response subsides, allowing you to approach the situation from a place of strength and clarity. Instead of being driven by anger, you can choose to respond with grace and confidence, and your actions will be far more effective in maintaining your calm and dignity. In times of crisis or high-stress situations, detachment helps to manage fear and anxiety. It is natural to feel fear when faced with challenges, but it's important not to allow fear to control your behavior. Whether it's a financial crisis, a health scare, or a career setback, detaching from the panic of the situation allows you to think clearly and make rational decisions. Fear often stems from the unknown, and it's easy to imagine worst-case scenarios. However, when you detach and stay present, you focus on the actions that are within your control, rather than worrying about things beyond your reach. By focusing on your response rather than the problem itself, you shift the power back to yourself, and you gain a sense of control over your emotions and your actions. The process of detachment is not always easy, especially in a world that constantly encourages us to be attached to outcomes, emotions, and people. However, the more you practice detachment, the more natural it becomes. Like any other skill, detachment requires self-awareness, patience, and consistent effort. It begins with recognizing when you are becoming emotionally attached to something or someone and consciously choosing to detach. You can practice detachment by focusing on the process rather than the outcome, by letting go of unrealistic expectations, and by taking time to reflect before reacting. Detachment also involves a mindset shift, moving away from a place of fear, control, or dependency, and towards one of acceptance, trust, and empowerment. Accepting that you cannot control everything is liberating. It frees you from the constant worry and fear of failure, and it opens up space for personal growth, peace, and strength. When you let go of the need to control every aspect of your life, you stop living in constant stress, and you start living with purpose, balance, and resilience. Ultimately, detachment allows you to live life more freely. You are no longer tethered to the emotional highs and lows of external circumstances. You can enjoy success without becoming consumed by it, and you can weather failures without being defeated. In both moments of triumph and moments of challenge, you remain centered and in control of your emotional state. This emotional independence is the key to living a life that is peaceful, powerful, and fulfilling. The more you practice detachment, the more you will find that you have an inner calm that no external situation can disturb, and a strength that no challenge can shake. Chapter 7: The Role of Patience in Power and Success. Patience is often underestimated in our fast-paced world, where instant gratification is encouraged and success is expected to come quickly. We live in an age where waiting for results feels counterproductive, and time seems to be something we constantly race against. However, when it comes to achieving real power and long-lasting success, patience is one of the most underrated virtues. The ability to be patient, to trust the process, and to stay calm while waiting for the fruits of your labor is not only a key to personal fulfillment, but also a cornerstone of true power. In this chapter, we will explore why patience is essential, how it contributes to your power, and the ways you can cultivate it in your daily life. At first glance, patience may seem like the antithesis of ambition. After all, how can you be patient when you're driven to achieve your goals, when you are constantly pushing forward, striving for success, and seeking the rewards of your hard work? The answer lies in understanding that patience is not about being passive or inactive. It is about understanding that success is not a race but a journey. While most people are in a hurry to get results, the patient individual understands that true progress takes time and that each step along the way is part of a larger process. The ability to delay immediate gratification for a greater long-term reward is what separates those who achieve lasting success from those who falter along the way. Patience is rooted in a mindset of long-term thinking. The world may urge you to seek quick wins and immediate rewards, but true success, the kind that has depth and meaning, is achieved by those who understand that greatness is built over time. Think about any remarkable achievement in history, be it the creation of a great business, a groundbreaking scientific discovery, or the building of a lasting legacy. These things didn't happen overnight. They were the product of years, sometimes decades, of hard work, dedication, and patience. People who become successful often do so because they understand that the path to their goals may be long, filled with challenges, and perhaps even discouraging at times, but they remain committed to the end vision. What's critical to understand is that patience is not about waiting idly or simply enduring the process. It's about active participation in the journey, maintaining a positive attitude while trusting that every effort you put in will eventually pay off. It's about taking deliberate, thoughtful action and giving yourself the time you need to grow, learn, and improve. When you are patient, you accept that growth is incremental. There are no shortcuts, and instant success rarely leads to lasting results. Instead, real power comes from knowing that the more you invest in the process, the more the process will eventually yield. The connection between patience and power may not be immediately obvious, but it is one of the most crucial elements of strength and influence. When you are patient, you exude confidence, self-control, and discipline. You aren't in a rush to prove yourself or to impress others with immediate results. This creates an aura of authority and influence. Patience also allows you to remain calm and composed, even in difficult or uncertain situations. In moments of chaos, when others panic or make hasty decisions, you can sit back, assess the situation, and wait for the right opportunity to act. This ability to wait for the opportune moment, rather than reacting impulsively, often leads to better outcomes and greater success. There is also an important connection between patience and emotional intelligence. When you are patient, you can better manage your emotions, because patience requires you to resist the urge to act out of frustration, fear, or impatience. This emotional control is a key component of power, as it prevents you from making rash decisions that might undermine your goals. Many people react emotionally to setbacks or challenges, which leads to poor choices and even more frustration. By practicing patience, you strengthen your ability to control your reactions, keeping a cool head and making decisions based on reason rather than emotion. This level of emotional control is a hallmark of personal power and leadership. The impatience that we often feel arises from our attachment to immediate outcomes. We want to see results quickly, and when those results don't come as fast as we expect, we may feel discouraged, frustrated, or disillusioned. However, the more attached we are to an immediate result, the more likely we are to experience disappointment when that result is delayed. Patience, on the other hand, is rooted in the ability to detach from the outcome and focus on the process. When you are patient, you focus on doing the right things consistently, knowing that the outcome will follow when the time is right. You trust the process and believe that each action you take is contributing to the bigger picture. This mindset helps you stay grounded and focused, even when things aren't progressing as quickly as you'd like. A key aspect of patience is learning to be present in the moment. In a world where we are constantly looking ahead to the next goal or the next achievement, we often forget to appreciate where we are right now. Being patient means understanding that every phase of your journey has value. The skills, experiences, and lessons you gain along the way are just as important as the end result. By focusing on the present moment, you can cultivate gratitude, which in turn reduces stress and increases your ability to be patient. Gratitude allows you to appreciate the process rather than focusing solely on the destination. Another crucial point is that patience enables you to make better decisions. Impatient people often make decisions based on impulse, emotion, or fear of missing out, which can lead to mistakes or missed opportunities. On the other hand, when you practice patience, you can make decisions from a place of clarity and wisdom. You don't rush into things. Instead, you take the time to evaluate your options, think things through, and wait for the right time to act. In business, for example, impatient decisions can lead to costly mistakes, while patient decision-making can help you navigate challenges more effectively and with greater foresight. The ability to delay gratification and make thoughtful choices is a key element of long-term success. Patience is also essential in building relationships. Just as it takes time to build a business or career, it takes time to build meaningful and lasting relationships. People who are impatient in relationships tend to rush things, which can lead to misunderstandings, disappointment, and conflict. Those who are patient, however, are able to take their time to understand others, listen to their needs, and build trust over time. Whether it's in your personal life or your professional network, the ability to be patient with others helps you foster stronger, deeper, and more meaningful connections. This patience shows others that you value them, that you are willing to invest the time and effort to nurture the relationship, and that you are committed to the long haul. The ability to stay patient and focused in the face of adversity is one of the most powerful traits you can develop. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and unexpected obstacles, and those who can remain calm and patient during these times are the ones who ultimately prevail. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to become discouraged, but true strength comes from being able to persevere, adapt, and keep going, no matter the circumstances. Patience allows you to see challenges not as roadblocks but as opportunities for growth. Every obstacle is a chance to learn, to become stronger, and to refine your skills. Patience transforms adversity into a tool for building resilience, which ultimately enhances your power and success. So how do you cultivate patience? It starts with recognizing that impatience stems from a lack of trust in the process, trust in yourself, and trust that things will unfold in their own time. Begin by embracing the present moment, appreciating the journey rather than obsessing over the destination. Practice mindfulness to stay grounded and reduce stress. Cultivate emotional control by recognizing when your emotions are driving you to act impulsively and consciously choose to wait before reacting. Set long-term goals and commit to the process, understanding that success takes time. Trust in your abilities and know that with patience you will achieve everything you desire and more. In conclusion, patience is not just a virtue, it is a powerful tool for success. Those who master patience gain the strength to endure setbacks, the clarity to make wise decisions, and the emotional control to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Patience enables you to trust the journey, stay focused on your goals, and continue working towards them with consistency and dedication. The path to success is rarely a straight line, and those who can remain patient during the twists and turns are the ones who will reach the finish line. Patience is power. It allows you to maintain control over your life, and it is one of the key ingredients for lasting success. Chapter 8. How to stay calm in chaos. Life is inherently unpredictable. Every day, we face unexpected challenges, sudden changes, and situations that feel completely out of our control. From a crisis at work to a family emergency, the world can often feel like it's spinning out of control. It's during these times of chaos that our true ability to remain calm is tested. The ability to stay composed in the midst of turbulence isn't just a skill, it is a superpower. It's what allows you to make rational decisions when everyone else is panicking, to move forward when it seems like everything is falling apart, and to maintain control over your emotions when the world is pressing in on you. Staying calm in chaos is not about pretending that everything is fine when it's not. It's about finding peace amidst the storm. The first step in staying calm in chaos is understanding that chaos is a natural part of life. Disruptions are inevitable, and learning to accept them as part of the ebb and flow of existence will help reduce the emotional burden that comes with them. When chaos strikes, many people's first instinct is to react impulsively. This is usually driven by fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of loss. It's perfectly natural to feel overwhelmed when things spiral out of control, but it's crucial not to give in to panic. The most important thing to remember is that chaos, while uncomfortable, is not the enemy. It is simply a part of life that we must navigate. The true enemy is your reaction to chaos. When you let fear, anxiety, or anger take over, you lose your ability to think clearly and act effectively. Staying calm in these moments requires a shift in mindset. Rather than seeing chaos as something to be feared, you must view it as an opportunity to grow and demonstrate your ability to handle pressure. One of the first techniques to stay calm in chaos is to breathe deeply and slowly. This simple act of mindful breathing can have an immediate calming effect on both your mind and body. When we are stressed or anxious, our breathing becomes shallow, which can lead to increased tension. However, by consciously slowing your breath, you signal to your body that it's time to relax. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps to counter the effects of stress and calm the body's fight-or-flight response. It's a proven method for reducing anxiety and regaining control. When chaos arises, take a moment to close your eyes, inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale slowly. Repeat this process a few times. As you do, you'll begin to notice your heartbeat slowing, your muscles relaxing, and your thoughts becoming clearer. This small but powerful technique can be the difference between reacting impulsively and responding with intention. Another key strategy to maintain calmness in chaotic situations is to focus on the present moment. When we face overwhelming circumstances, it's easy to spiral into negative thinking, imagining all the possible worst-case scenarios. However, this only increases our stress levels and makes it harder to act effectively. The key to maintaining calmness is to focus on what is happening right now, not what might happen in the future. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment, is one of the most effective tools for staying calm in chaos. By directing your attention to the here and now, you can prevent your mind from racing and avoid getting caught up in unnecessary worry. Mindfulness helps you to see the situation for what it is without adding layers of fear or anxiety. If you're facing a difficult conversation at work or a personal conflict, instead of worrying about the outcome, focus on the task at hand. What are the immediate steps you can take to address the situation? What can you control right now? By staying grounded in the present, you regain control over your thoughts and emotions. In addition to mindfulness, another crucial element of staying calm in chaos is taking a step back and creating mental space. When we're in the midst of chaos, it can feel like there's a constant pressure to act quickly or make decisions on the spot. However, rushing into action without thinking things through often leads to mistakes and regret. One of the most powerful ways to maintain calmness is to pause before reacting. This doesn't mean doing nothing. It means creating a moment of space between the chaos and your response. In those moments of stillness, you allow yourself time to assess the situation, weigh your options, and decide on the best course of action. This pause can be as simple as taking a few seconds to breathe or stepping away from the situation for a brief moment of reflection. In high-pressure situations, the ability to pause is a key skill. It helps you avoid knee-jerk reactions, gives you time to think clearly, and allows you to respond thoughtfully. Reframing your mindset is another essential tool for staying calm in chaos. When you are faced with a chaotic situation, it's easy to fall into a victim mentality, feeling helpless, overwhelmed, or like things are happening to you. This mindset only fuels anxiety and prevents you from taking control of the situation. Instead, you must reframe the situation by viewing it through a lens of opportunity and growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can this challenge make me stronger? By shifting your perspective, you turn the chaos into a chance to develop resilience and inner strength. For example, if you're dealing with a difficult project at work, instead of focusing on how much pressure you're under, reframe it as an opportunity to demonstrate your skills, creativity, and ability to perform under pressure. This mindset shift doesn't make the chaos disappear, but it empowers you to handle it with a sense of purpose and clarity. Another critical aspect of staying calm in chaos is maintaining a sense of control over your emotions. Emotions can be overwhelming during stressful situations, but it's important to remember that you are not a victim of your feelings. While you can't always control the external events that trigger your emotions, you can control how you respond. In chaotic moments, emotional regulation is key. Practice recognizing when you're becoming emotionally triggered and take steps to regain control. This might involve breathing deeply, counting to 10, or taking a few moments of silence to regain your composure. Once you've regained control over your emotions, you can think more clearly, make better decisions, and maintain a sense of calm. It's also essential to remember that emotions are temporary. No matter how intense they may feel in the moment, they will pass. By acknowledging your emotions without letting them dictate your actions, you strengthen your ability to remain calm in the face of chaos. Finally, it's important to take care of your physical and mental well-being. Chaos and stress can take a physical toll on your body, making it even harder to stay calm. Prioritizing self-care through exercise, healthy eating, and adequate rest helps to keep your body in balance and your mind sharp. Regular physical activity is known to reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance overall well-being. Additionally, making time for activities that relax and recharge you, such as reading, meditation, or spending time in nature, can help you maintain a sense of calm during stressful periods. The more you prioritize self-care, the better equipped you'll be to face challenges with grace and resilience. Staying calm in chaos is not about suppressing emotions or pretending that everything is okay when it's not. It's about embracing the discomfort, acknowledging the challenge, and responding with clarity and purpose. It's about remaining grounded in the present moment, creating space between stimulus and reaction, and reframing difficult situations as opportunities for growth. By developing these tools and strategies, you can navigate even the most chaotic circumstances with a sense of calmness and control. Life will always throw unexpected challenges your way, but the ability to remain composed in those moments is what will set you apart from others. Calmness in chaos doesn't mean the absence of challenges. It means the ability to meet those challenges with strength, resilience, and confidence. Chapter 9. Protecting your peace. Setting boundaries in a world filled with distractions, demands, and constant noise. Protecting your peace is an essential skill for maintaining a calm and powerful life. The external world will always be filled with pressures and expectations, but it is how you respond to these demands and how you set boundaries that determines your ability to remain calm and composed. Many people live in a constant state of stress, overwhelmed by other people's needs, opinions, and the overwhelming pace of modern life. They often feel drained, unappreciated, and mentally exhausted because they lack the ability to say no and set clear limits. Learning to protect your peace by setting boundaries is one of the most powerful ways to maintain control over your mind, preserve your emotional well-being, and ultimately thrive. Boundaries are not about being selfish or rigid. They are about understanding and protecting your personal space, mental, emotional, and physical. They are essential to maintaining your well-being and ensuring that you are able to focus on your own needs, goals, and personal growth. Without boundaries, you risk losing yourself in the chaos around you, constantly trying to please others or meet their demands while neglecting your own desires, values, and needs. People who fail to set boundaries often experience burnout, resentment, and stress because they are giving too much of themselves without receiving anything in return. The first step in protecting your peace is recognizing where your limits lie. Many people do not know how to recognize when their boundaries are being crossed because they have never defined them. Setting boundaries requires self-awareness and clarity about what is acceptable to you and what isn't. For example, you might realize that you are uncomfortable with certain conversations, constant requests for your time, or the way people treat you. When you become aware of these discomforts, it's time to take action. It's important to reflect on what matters most to you and what you are willing to tolerate. Your values, goals, and emotional needs should dictate your boundaries. Understanding these things allows you to set limits that protect your peace and prioritize what is truly important in your life. Once you recognize your boundaries, the next challenge is asserting them. Many people struggle with setting boundaries because they fear rejection, conflict, or disapproval. The desire to please others can lead them to say yes to things that drain their energy or compromise their values. However, setting boundaries is not about pushing others away or being difficult. It's about being clear and respectful of your own needs. Saying no does not make you a bad person. In fact, it makes you a more responsible and self-aware person. When you are honest with others about your limits, you create the space for healthier, more balanced relationships. This requires practicing assertiveness, the ability to communicate your needs and desires confidently without aggression or passivity. You have the right to say no without feeling guilty or explaining yourself. In many situations, protecting your peace means saying no to things that do not align with your values, your goals, or your emotional well-being. It may mean declining invitations that would take up your time and energy, not responding to toxic or draining people, or not engaging in conversations or activities that disturb your mental clarity. Learning to say no is a skill that requires practice, but once you develop it, you will notice how much more control you have over your life. Saying no frees you to say yes to things that are in alignment with your true self, things that nurture your soul, and things that bring you closer to your goals. But setting boundaries isn't just about saying no, It's also about creating space for what matters most. It's about intentionally carving out time and energy for self-care, personal growth, and meaningful connections. By setting clear boundaries, you protect your time and energy so that you can invest in the things that truly enrich your life. This might include setting aside time for meditation, reading, pursuing a hobby, or spending quality time with loved ones. When you prioritize your well-being by setting these boundaries, you will find that you have more peace, focus, and energy to give to others when you choose to. In the professional world, setting boundaries is equally important. Many people find themselves overburdened at work, constantly responding to emails, taking on additional responsibilities, and sacrificing their personal time for the sake of their careers. While hard work and dedication are important, overworking yourself can lead to burnout and resentment. To protect your peace in the workplace, it's crucial to establish limits around your work hours, your workload, and your availability. Communicate with your colleagues and supervisors about what is reasonable for you, and set expectations around deadlines, meetings, and time commitments. By establishing boundaries at work, you not only protect your mental and emotional health, but also increase your productivity. When you are well-rested, focused, and emotionally balanced, you perform better in your job, which ultimately benefits both you and your employer. Setting boundaries is also key to managing your relationships. Healthy relationships, whether with family, friends, or romantic partners, are based on mutual respect and understanding. In relationships where boundaries are not respected, resentment, frustration, and conflict often arise. It is important to communicate openly and honestly with others about your limits, both in terms of how you want to be treated and how much time or energy you can invest. For example, if you find that someone is consistently demanding too much of your time or emotional energy, you have the right to establish a boundary around this. Let them know that while you value the relationship, you need to take care of your own needs as well. Boundaries help prevent unhealthy dynamics, allowing relationships to flourish in a balanced and respectful way. While setting boundaries is essential for protecting your peace, it is also important to remember that they are not static. Life changes, and so do your needs and priorities. As you grow and evolve, your boundaries may need to shift. It's important to reassess your boundaries regularly, especially when you experience new challenges or enter new phases of life. For example, a parent might find that they need to set new boundaries around their time and personal space once they have children, or someone entering a new job might need to reassess how they balance work and personal life. Flexibility is important, and boundaries should be adjusted when necessary to continue protecting your peace and well-being. One of the most important aspects of protecting your peace through boundaries is understanding that you cannot control others' reactions. When you set a boundary, some people may not respond well. They might feel hurt, rejected, or upset. While this is difficult, it is important to remember that your boundaries are about protecting your own peace, not about pleasing others. When you allow yourself to be swayed by others' negative reactions, you weaken your ability to maintain control over your life. It's essential to stay firm in your boundaries, even if others push back. Over time, people will learn to respect your limits, and you will gain more respect for yourself as well. Finally, protecting your peace through boundaries is not a one-time effort. It is a lifelong practice. As you continue to grow and change, you will face new challenges and encounter new demands on your time and energy. The key is to remain committed to your own well-being and to protect your peace at all costs. Setting and maintaining boundaries will become a natural part of your life, allowing you to live more fully, with greater energy, clarity, and joy. In conclusion, setting boundaries is an essential tool for protecting your peace and maintaining a calm and powerful life. By recognizing your limits, asserting your needs, and saying no to what doesn't align with your values, you create the space for your own personal growth, well-being, and success. Boundaries allow you to take control of your time and energy, ensuring that you are always investing in what truly matters. Protecting your peace is a form of self-care, and by making it a priority, you will be able to live a life that is not only more peaceful, but also more fulfilling. You are worthy of the space you need to grow, heal, and thrive. And setting boundaries is the first step toward achieving that. Chapter 10. Building Mental and Emotional Strength. Mental and emotional strength are the foundations upon which all forms of resilience are built. In a world that often encourages quick fixes, distractions, and instant gratification, developing a strong mind and stable emotions can feel like an uphill battle. However, the power of mental and emotional strength lies in its ability to help you remain grounded, even when the world around you is chaotic. The process of building this strength requires patience, commitment, and deliberate practice. It is a lifelong journey, but the rewards, clarity, self-discipline, and unshakable resilience are more than worth the effort. Mental strength is the ability to stay calm and think clearly in stressful situations, while emotional strength is the ability to maintain emotional control and stability even in the face of adversity. These two aspects of strength are deeply interconnected. If you struggle emotionally, it will be difficult to maintain a clear, focused mind, and vice versa. To cultivate mental and emotional strength, you must first understand that both are developed through practice, not through mere wishful thinking or innate talent. Mental and emotional strength are like muscles that require consistent exercise and intentional focus to grow stronger. One of the first steps in building mental and emotional strength is understanding the role of your thoughts in shaping your emotional state. It is a common misconception that our emotions are solely dictated by external events. While external circumstances certainly influence how we feel, our thoughts about those events play a much larger role than we realize. For example, two people can face the same challenging situation, let's say an unexpected financial setback, but one person may respond with panic, fear, or despair, while the other may choose to view the situation as a temporary challenge that can be overcome with time and effort. The difference lies not in the situation itself, but in the way the two individuals perceive and interpret the situation. Our thoughts are the lens through which we experience the world, and it is essential to take responsibility for them if we are to develop mental and emotional strength. To strengthen your mind and emotions, the first step is to cultivate self-awareness. Self-awareness allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This means recognizing when you are feeling stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, and acknowledging those feelings without immediately reacting to them. Being aware of your thoughts and emotions provides you with the opportunity to challenge them and replace them with healthier, more constructive alternatives. For example, if you notice that you are thinking, "This is too much for me, I can't handle it," you can consciously choose to replace that thought with something more empowering, like, "This is challenging, but I have the ability to overcome it." This shift in mindset is the first step in developing the mental and emotional strength needed to navigate life's difficulties. The next important step in building mental and emotional strength is learning to manage your emotions. Emotions are natural, and we all experience them, but they do not have to control us. The ability to respond to your emotions rather than react impulsively is a key aspect of emotional strength. When faced with a challenging or frustrating situation, it is easy to become overwhelmed by negative emotions such as anger, fear, or sadness. However, strong individuals understand that these emotions are temporary and they do not need to dictate their actions. Learning to pause and reflect before reacting is a powerful tool in emotional management. This pause allows you to regain control, collect your thoughts, and choose how you want to respond, rather than allowing your emotions to dictate your behavior. One effective technique for managing emotions is mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness teaches you to observe your thoughts and feelings in the present moment, without judgment. This practice helps you detach from your emotions, so you are no longer ruled by them. Over time, mindfulness can improve your emotional regulation, reduce stress, and increase your overall emotional intelligence. In addition to mindfulness, developing a regular physical exercise routine can also help build emotional strength. Physical activity not only improves your health, but also releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. Exercise has been shown to reduce anxiety, depression, and stress, while also improving mental clarity and focus. By committing to a regular exercise routine, you are not only strengthening your body, but also building the emotional resilience necessary to face life's challenges. Another essential aspect of developing emotional and mental strength is building a positive mindset. A positive mindset does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. Rather, it involves focusing on solutions instead of problems, opportunities instead of obstacles, and growth instead of stagnation. Cultivating a positive mindset allows you to view setbacks as temporary and surmountable, rather than insurmountable barriers. A positive mindset also helps you maintain hope and optimism, even when things are not going according to plan. This doesn't mean ignoring the negative aspects of life. It means choosing to focus on what you can control and what you can learn from every experience. A key practice for fostering a positive mindset is gratitude. Taking time each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for helps shift your focus away from what is lacking and directs your attention to the abundance that already exists in your life. Gratitude can improve mental health, boost emotional resilience, and increase your overall sense of well-being. Building mental and emotional strength also involves developing self-discipline and delayed gratification. In today's world, it's easy to seek immediate rewards and give in to impulses, but true strength comes from resisting the urge to give in to momentary desires in favor of long-term goals and well-being. Self-discipline is the ability to make choices that align with your values and goals, even when it is difficult. Whether it's resisting the temptation to procrastinate or avoiding unhealthy habits that undermine your well-being, self-discipline is key to building both mental and emotional strength. The more you practice self-discipline, the stronger your ability to manage your emotions and thoughts will become, because you will no longer be swayed by external temptations or fleeting emotions. As you continue to build mental and emotional strength, it is important to remember that this process is not linear. There will be times when you feel strong and resilient, and there will be times when you feel vulnerable and defeated. The key is not to aim for perfection, but to keep moving forward. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger, and every challenge is a chance to prove to yourself just how resilient you can be. Progress may be slow, but as long as you remain committed to the process, you will continue to build the mental and emotional strength needed to face anything that comes your way. Lastly, it's important to recognize the role of support networks in building mental and emotional strength. While self-reliance is essential, no one should have to face challenges alone. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals who encourage your growth and help you stay accountable can make a significant difference in your journey. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, a coach, or a support group, having a strong network can provide encouragement, perspective, and strength when you need it most. In conclusion, building mental and emotional strength is a continuous process that requires intention, practice, and perseverance. It involves cultivating self-awareness, learning to manage emotions, adopting a positive mindset, practicing self-discipline, and building supportive relationships. By committing to this process, you are not only strengthening your ability to navigate life's challenges, but also unlocking your full potential. The more mental and emotional strength you build, the more unshakable your confidence, resilience, and clarity will become. Life will continue to present obstacles, but with the strength you have developed, you will face them with the unwavering certainty that you have the power to overcome anything. Building mental and emotional strength is not just about surviving, it's about thriving and mastering your life with courage, wisdom, and inner peace. Chapter 11. Living a Calm and Powerful Life. To live a calm and powerful life is not merely about being quiet or detached from the noise around us. It's about cultivating an inner state of balance that permeates everything we do. It's about creating a life where peace of mind is not a rarity, but the default mode of existence. This chapter focuses on how to integrate the principles of calmness into your everyday routine, and how this inner peace can translate into a more purposeful, focused, and successful life. Achieving true calm is a process that requires intention, practice, and a clear vision of the kind of life you want to create. It's a journey that involves shedding the layers of stress, anxiety, and distraction that the world imposes on us, and instead embracing a life of simplicity, clarity, and emotional mastery. One of the first steps toward living a calm and powerful life is simplifying your environment and your schedule. Many people live in a constant state of overwhelm because they've allowed their lives to become cluttered with unnecessary things, both physical and mental. You've likely experienced the mental chaos that comes with too many tasks and distractions pulling you in different directions. This cluttered state of mind is detrimental to your sense of calm. When you live a life filled with distractions, multitasking, and constant activity, you can never truly experience peace because your focus is continually divided. So the first step toward living a calm life is to simplify. This means cutting out the unnecessary distractions, reducing the number of commitments that drain your energy, and learning to focus on what truly matters. A powerful way to simplify your life is through decluttering. This could involve organizing your living space, eliminating physical items that no longer serve you, and creating an environment that promotes peace rather than stress. Your surroundings play a critical role in how you feel mentally and emotionally. A cluttered, chaotic environment can make your mind feel equally cluttered. By creating a clean, organized space, you signal to your mind that you are in control of your surroundings. This sense of order extends to your mental space as well. When your physical environment is calm and organized, it's easier for your mind to reflect that state of being. Another crucial part of simplifying your life is learning to say no. We live in a world that often encourages overcommitment, believing that the more we do, the more successful and valuable we are. However, constantly saying yes to everything leads to burnout and mental exhaustion. When you are constantly stretched thin, your ability to remain calm diminishes because you are operating from a place of scarcity and stress. Learning to say no is a powerful act of self-respect. It's about prioritizing what truly matters and not allowing external pressures to dictate your energy. You must recognize that every time you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else, whether it's your health, your relationships, or your own well-being. By learning to say no to non-essential tasks, you free up mental space to focus on what truly contributes to your happiness and success. Mindfulness is another essential practice for living a calm and powerful life. Mindfulness is the act of being fully present in each moment, free from judgment, distraction, or unnecessary mental chatter. In a world that is constantly pulling our attention in 1,000 different directions, it's easy to become lost in the past or the future, overwhelmed by what has happened or what might happen. But true power comes from the present moment. When you can focus all your energy and attention on what you are doing right now, you free yourself from the anxiety of what's to come or the regret of what's already past. Practicing mindfulness helps you cultivate calm by teaching you how to center yourself and bring your awareness to the present. This could be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath, or paying full attention to whatever task you are doing at the moment, without letting your mind wander. Another way to maintain calm in your daily life is to develop consistent habits that support your emotional well-being. When you establish a routine that promotes mental clarity and relaxation, you begin each day with a sense of peace rather than chaos. Simple habits like waking up early to meditate, exercising regularly, and eating a balanced diet can have a profound impact on your ability to stay calm throughout the day. A healthy body supports a calm mind, and when your body is nourished and energized, it's easier to handle stress with grace. It's important to remember that calmness is not something that happens only in moments of crisis. It is something you must actively cultivate every day. By forming habits that support your mental and physical health, you are laying the foundation for a calm, powerful life. The concept of self-compassion also plays a pivotal role in living a calm life. In our society, we are often our harshest critics, expecting perfection from ourselves and judging ourselves for every mistake or failure. This constant self-criticism creates internal tension and anxiety, which makes it nearly impossible to remain calm in the face of adversity. Instead of beating yourself up, practice self-compassion. Understand that mistakes are part of the human experience, and that you are allowed to learn and grow without being consumed by guilt or regret. When you are kind to yourself, you create an internal environment of peace and acceptance. Self-compassion allows you to remain calm in situations where you might otherwise become frustrated, and it helps you bounce back from setbacks with resilience and grace. Incorporating meditation into your daily life is another key practice for cultivating calm. Meditation is a proven technique that allows you to train your mind to focus, quiet the noise, and experience deep relaxation. While there are many forms of meditation, the core principle is the same: to become aware of your thoughts and emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. When you meditate, you create a space between your thoughts and reactions, allowing you to choose how you respond rather than automatically reacting to every impulse. This skill of awareness is essential for maintaining a calm mind, especially in stressful or chaotic situations. Meditation helps you cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace, which can carry over into every aspect of your life. Another important aspect of living a calm life is to develop emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage your emotions in healthy ways, and it plays a significant role in how you interact with others and navigate challenging situations. People with high emotional intelligence are able to stay calm in difficult situations because they are aware of their emotions and understand how to regulate them. They don't allow negative emotions like anger, frustration, or fear to control them. Instead, they acknowledge these feelings and choose how to respond. Building emotional intelligence requires self-awareness, empathy, and the ability to manage your impulses. When you become more emotionally intelligent, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and others, allowing you to navigate relationships and challenges with greater ease and composure. The practice of gratitude is another powerful tool for maintaining calmness. When you focus on what you are grateful for, it shifts your perspective away from stress and negativity and towards abundance and positivity. Gratitude allows you to appreciate the present moment, recognizing the good that already exists in your life. Instead of focusing on what you lack or what is going wrong, you train your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your life. This shift in perspective brings a sense of peace and contentment, which naturally enhances your overall sense of calm. Cultivating gratitude is not just about acknowledging the big things in life, but also appreciating the small moments, the simple pleasures that bring joy and fulfillment. Living a calm and powerful life is ultimately about taking full responsibility for your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. The power of calmness lies in the ability to choose your response to any given situation. When you take responsibility for your emotions, your actions, and your mindset, you create a life that is not dictated by external forces, but by your own inner strength. This sense of personal empowerment allows you to handle stress, setbacks, and challenges with poise and confidence. In conclusion, living a calm and powerful life is not an overnight transformation, it is a lifelong practice. It requires simplifying your life, developing mindful habits, and fostering emotional intelligence. It demands that you take responsibility for your well-being and cultivate the mindset of someone who remains composed no matter what life throws their way. When you choose calmness over chaos, you unlock an inner strength that empowers you to face any challenge with confidence and resilience. As you move forward in your journey, remember that calmness is not just a state of mind. It is a lifestyle that will serve as the foundation for all of your success and happiness. Conclusion: the power of calm minds transforming your life. As we reach the conclusion of this journey into understanding and practicing the power of calm, it is crucial to recognize the lasting impact that adopting a calm and centered mindset can have on your life. It is not merely a temporary fix or a tool to navigate life's challenges in the moment. Calmness, when truly embraced, becomes a transformative force that shifts the way you experience every aspect of your world. The calmness we've discussed here is not about being passive, disengaged, or indifferent. Rather, it is an active, powerful state of presence, clarity, and control that allows you to respond to life's circumstances with intentionality, purpose, and focus. Living a life of calmness requires dedication and the understanding that it is an ongoing process of evolution, not a one-time achievement. Calmness is not a destination, but a journey, one that invites you to stay present in the midst of life's turbulence, to embrace your inner strength, and to acknowledge your ability to handle any situation with grace, patience, and resolve. When you make calmness your way of life, you begin to transcend the everyday stresses and distractions that often define the modern world, and instead create space for clarity, creativity, and true inner peace. The key to embracing this life of calmness is understanding its deeper roots, how calmness influences not just how you respond to challenges, but how it shapes your perceptions, your relationships, and your ultimate success in life. Calmness enables you to see beyond the noise, to distinguish between what truly matters, and what is simply a temporary distraction. It gives you the ability to focus on your goals and aspirations with unwavering clarity, regardless of external circumstances. This focus leads to more effective decision-making, greater productivity, and a more fulfilling life. The power of mindfulness and presence. One of the most powerful tools for cultivating a calm mind is the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness teaches you to be fully present in every moment, to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, and to respond to them with awareness and understanding. When you practice mindfulness, you learn to step back from the rush of daily life, to quiet the noise, and to connect with the present moment. This connection with the now is where true power lies. By living in the moment, you stop worrying about the past or obsessing over the future. Instead, you engage fully with your life as it is, which leads to a profound sense of peace. Mindfulness has been shown to reduce stress, increase emotional intelligence, and enhance overall well-being. It allows you to be more attuned to your emotions, understand your reactions, and gain greater control over how you respond to external events. When you are mindful, you do not react impulsively or emotionally to situations. Rather, you pause, assess, and then choose the most grounded and measured response. This ability to create space between stimulus and reaction is essential in maintaining calmness, as it prevents knee-jerk reactions that are often driven by fear, anxiety, or frustration. Instead, you cultivate a measured, thoughtful response that reflects your true intentions, not your emotional triggers. Simplification and the power of saying no to live a calm and powerful life. One of the most effective changes you can make is simplifying your life. Simplification isn't just about decluttering your physical space, although that is certainly an important first step. It's about removing the mental and emotional clutter that hinders your ability to focus, relax, and stay present. In today's world, we are bombarded with information, obligations, and distractions from all directions. We often feel pressured to do more, be more, and achieve more, leaving little room for inner peace. Learning to say no is a fundamental part of this simplification process. Saying no is not about shutting yourself off from opportunities or people. It's about recognizing your limits and prioritizing what truly matters. Every time you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else, whether it's your time, your peace of mind, or your energy. By setting boundaries and protecting your time and energy, you create the space to focus on what truly brings you joy and fulfillment. This ability to say no, when necessary, allows you to direct your efforts toward the things that align with your values and long-term goals, rather than succumbing to the endless demands of others. Building emotional intelligence and resilience. Another cornerstone of living a calm and powerful life is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EI, refers to your ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, as well as your ability to recognize, understand, and influence the emotions of others. People with high emotional intelligence are more self-aware, empathetic, and capable of managing their emotions in healthy ways. This is essential for maintaining calmness, as your ability to handle stress, frustration, and even joy with awareness and self-regulation determines how you navigate the ups and downs of life. In addition to emotional intelligence, developing resilience is key to staying calm in the face of adversity. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, challenges, or difficulties with strength and grace. Resilient individuals are able to maintain their calm in the face of pressure because they trust in their ability to adapt, recover, and keep moving forward. Developing resilience requires a shift in mindset, one that focuses on learning from failure, viewing challenges as opportunities for growth, and accepting that adversity is a natural part of the human experience. Resilient people understand that their power lies not in avoiding challenges, but in how they rise to meet them.